Welcome to the Kop TV, the voice of the world's most famous stand. Arsenal 0, Liverpool 0. Look, we take those every single day of the week. These are meant to be the champions elect. They're shite. Can I swear, Alex? These are shite, right? They're crap. I think, genuinely not being biased, I think Liverpool were the best team over the 90 minutes. It was a bit of a weird game because they had their chances, but we had more.
What chance did you have, lad?
No, but like they had a few little half chances. Half chances. They were more half chances than full chances. You know, yeah, that is true. That is true. But this is one of them. You know, this is meant to be a hard place to go, but we've managed to come here, get a point, and you know. We haven't even escaped by the skin of our teeth either. We've actually come here and put in a sound performance. Not a solid one, but we put in a good enough performance to make sure like we've actually maintained the points and got out of here with something. You know, not many teams have come out of here with anything, and we've managed to, you know, play them off the park a little bit and you know, get into their heads and just.
These are supposed to be the champions, like they have to push the edge.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
We've actually managed to like
they're supposed
get
to
it. Yeah.
Push the issue.
Yeah.
They're supposed to go.
They're meant to be the champions elect. We're the ones that are coming here. You know, that we've not got any expectations. They're the ones that are meant to go take Liverpool. We've been shit all season. We've not been putting any good performances in all season. But they're meant to be the ones that come in. They beat Villa 4-0. You know what I mean? And we play a very similar style to Villa.
We've been crap.
We've beat Villa as well, but they beat Villa astronomically. But we play similar way. They were meant to come and absolutely demolish us today, but they haven't. They played absolutely crap.
To be honest with you, when I was doing the preview, I thought they were going to smoke us. But it was just two styles of football that were terrible. Arne Slot's style of football at the moment and dead compact midfield and it's dead stable and all that is boring as F, mate. And so is Arteta's football. And it is just two boring managers going against each other. But the problem is with that, right, is Liverpool have done that out of the necessity of conceding so many goals and losing games. They haven't. They're supposed to be going for the title, right? So they're the ones that are supposed to push the issue
and
really go at us. and like, don't get me wrong, they have been the best team in the league so far. That just goes to show how poor this league quality is because they can't push the issue.
They're probably happy that they kept the clean sheet.
They didn't create a chance at all. I know their fans are going to be so disappointed with their performance because they should have been getting us. We're crap. We didn't have any of our star players and we didn't have
Hugo, no Isak.
Nobody, lads. Genuinely, no Salah. They should have been going for us there. And honestly, I think their fans will be looking at it going, why? And every time I think, oh, Arsenal are about to go and win the league, they just show me something else that makes me go,
maybe they won't.
Yeah. Honestly, like they've got such a solid back line, but every time you want them to play some exciting football or push the issue, they just don't. They just don't do it. I've never seen a club like it, to be quite honest with you.
Never seen a style of football like
Liverpool's team last season would have absolutely wiped the floor with these lads because they just didn't do anything. It was just poor. I'm so surprised. I really am. I'm not. I feel like I should be shocked, but I'm not because I've seen it before.
But at the same time,
because they've been good this season. Like, what's going on?
But at the same time, no. When we were walking here, we were saying, you know what? If Liverpool scam a win here, we're not surprised.
We nearly did.
But we nearly did.
The chance in the game was Conor Bradley's one, wasn't it?
Exactly, when he hit the bar, And you know what? You think to yourself, you know, right, obviously, we've not been great this season. That goes without saying. However, I feel like today, even though we didn't win, even though we've had games where we played shit and not won, I feel like today there has been more positives than maybe some games in which we have won. Let's just say Spurs, for instance. Spurs game, they had 10 men for the entire game, right? And we beat them, but only just. Today, we've come out, put in a good performance. They've had 11 men. These are the top of the league. These are the team that are meant to be winning the league. And we've put in a better performance than they have. And we've come out of it with a point.
Still crap though, lad.
No, it's obviously. But
we want to win every single game. We're Liverpool, we're not them. We shouldn't aim for mediocrity. So whilst I'm happy that we didn't lose, I'm still like, oh, this is where we are. I hate that.
But do you not think that maybe there are a few more positives from this game than say a game like Leeds, say a game like
No, not
Spurs.
really.
Do you know
We just
what I mean?
didn't lose to the team that are supposed to be champions, champions to be. That's the only positive that we're taking from this.
No, but, like,
the top of the league, and we didn't lose.
Yeah, but
that's
like,
it, really.
at the same time, though, we still outplayed them. We outplayed them on the pitch. With we actually won our 50-50s a fair bit this game as well. Do you know what I mean? Our midfield not overran them in the second half, but I'd say like they were better than them, definitely.
Yeah, we were better than them, but they were also crap. So it was like, I don't really. Yes, we played better than them, but they didn't play well, and neither did we.
Yeah.
So I'm not really bothered. Like, I'm happy we didn't lose. That's pretty much it. I'm happy with the performance. Not particularly, because we weren't particularly great.
Nah, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. But for how we've been this season.
Like I said, Liverpool last season would have beat them.
No, of course. But for how we have been this season, right? That performance there, what I saw today, and which I don't feel like I've seen much this season, is a bit of fight,
in the
a bit of grit.
Circumstances, it was a good result.
A bit of fight, a bit of grit, a bit of determination, a bit of anticipation. We were actually challenging for loose balls. We were actually going for it. Every time we've conceded, like this season, loads of the times it's been us reacting. It's not been. We've not actually been like going for the game. We've just been watching it as it's happening, and then we've let stuff happen, and that's why we've been shit. But today, I feel like we were actually like anticipating something happening, and we were going for it.
That's because they didn't go for it either, though. They didn't do anything, to be quite honest with you. If you can tell me one chance that they had, remember they had a header in the box from the corner, maybe, or a cross, and then they had 2 or 3 crosses that went across the box, but no one was there to finish it. The offense was non-existent.
There was no real clear-cut shots.
Kirkhouse was alright, that was a positive. So positives to take out the match. Kirkhouse was alright.
Frimpong was amazing.
Still missing too much. Frimpong was great. Dominic Szoboszlai, Imperius,
Frimpong's execution could have been better.
Definitely. Frimpong had that one chance where he could have shot, but he squared, and he lads, what are you doing?
I've seen loads of text saying that if you just would have got that on somewhere else, it would have been a good goal, but you should have shot.
You had your strikers tonight, you'd have won that, mate.
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Liverpool fans, you should be positive about what you've done tonight, yeah? That manager, you don't sack him, mate. Arteta got 6 years. Ferguson got 6 years when he won a league title, right? And that team, and this is his transition thing, and you've got good players there. He just needs to. The mistake he made, the last 5 Premier Leagues have been won by the team that scored the most goals. And I've seen Slot's interview before the season, so he went out and put even more attackers when you didn't need them. Although I'd love to have that Kasika. I think he's the next Thierry Henry, mate. Wow, he's better than fucking Haaland as well, right? He's better than Haaland, right? Right? He's a baller, whereas Haaland's just a finisher with the mercenary top players, right? And when it comes to Liverpool, right, you put no backup for Canate. Alex, you put no backup for Canate. You put no backup for Van Dijk. Your fullbacks, right, you should have got better fullbacks. Frimpong is a right winger, he's not a fullback.
Yeah, true. Right.
So I'm an Arsenal fan, but I love Liverpool.
Right. And I mean, I guess we can end with that, can't we? Do you know what I mean? We didn't lose. We didn't win, but we got a clean sheet. We came to champions elect. We put in a decent performance, a better performance than them. And, Liverpool came up with a point at the end. So that's Arsenal 0, Liverpool 0.
I'm happy with the points. I'm not happy with where we're at for celebrating.